Disney World's about to bombard us with a lot of new stuff, so just to make sure you're ready, we're going to round up all the new Disney World additions coming to the parks so you'll know what you absolutely cannot miss on your next visit. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. So Disney World is in major glow up mode right now. And with this glow up, we're going to be seeing tons of new entertainment and immersive lands, food offerings, hotel updates, and a lot more come to life inside the Orlando parks. In fact, several of these new offerings are going to be available the next time you're there. Wild stuff, right? So today we're rounding up all the newest things coming to Disney World, ranging from stuff coming in the very near future, the far future, or even right now. A new Cars-themed area is coming to Magic Kingdom. We knew this, but recently we learned that this new section is going to be called Piston Peak. It's going to be Piston Peak National Park, and it's going to allow you to enter the world of Cars with a national park twist. So this new area is going to take over Tom Sawyer Island and the Rivers of America, and it's going to be located to the right of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad and sort of encompass Tiana's Bayou Adventure. And while we don't have any opening timelines for Piston Peak yet, Rivers of America, the Liberty Square Riverboat, and Tom Sawyer Island will be closing on July 7th to start breaking ground on the new project. If it is a pirate's life you're looking for, then it's a pirate's life you're gonna get. Beacon Barrel is a new lounge themed to the classic Pirates of the Caribbean attraction coming to Magic Kingdom's Adventureland in late 2025. This first-of-its-kind experience is going to extend the story of Pirates of the Caribbean. As the new story goes, a legendary pirate rum runner called Captain Meridian Mary Goldwyn established this lively pirate pub to offer a welcoming haven for all pirate kind, big and small, and everyone in between. This family-friendly lounge is going to feature drinks and bites for all ages, as well as some specialty cocktails for all ye pirates who are 21 and over. And according to Disney, throughout your Beacon Barrel experience, you're going to be immersed in the Tortuga world through sing-alongs and storytelling and enchanting surprises. So here's hoping this means we've got another enchanted bar on our hands, similar to Trader Sam's Grog Grotto at Polynesian Village Resort. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is returning to Magic Kingdom on certain evenings from August 15th to October 31st. A ticket to the event gets you into the park starting at 4 p.m., although the party itself doesn't start until 7. You'll also get access to exclusive entertainment and snacks, character meet and greets, and all the candy your trick-or-treat bag can hold. Yes, adults, that goes for you too. Trick-or-treating is a whole family affair. And this year's party is bringing some new not-so-scary offerings to the scene. At previous parties, you can meet Mickey and Minnie in their Halloween outfits, but they usually met separately. This year, though, for the first time ever, Mickey and Minnie will be meeting party guests together in their Halloween outfits at Tony's Town Square Theater. If you're anything like me, then you probably don't just want to hear about the things going on in Disney World, though. You want to see them laid out before you in an easy-to-navigate calendar, which is why the DFB team and I have created this free Year in Disney World PDF, which is a full calendar for 2025 featuring things like when extended evening hours are happening for the parks, when the highest crowds are predicted to show up, and even reminders for when Disney's cute little side holidays will be celebrated, like Dole Whip Day. Mark your calendars for July 13th to celebrate all things Dole Whip, by the way. You can download this calendar right now for free by scanning the QR code you see on the screen or by clicking on the link in the description for disneyfoodblog.com/WDW calendar. So my scriptwriter Bria and I are ecstatic about Level 99 coming to Disney Springs. It comes up in our meetings quite frequently. Level 99 is an interactive social entertainment experience for adults featuring physical and mental challenges in artistic environments. The Disney Springs location will be Level 99's 5th installment, but it's first in Florida. And when I say adults, it's also for kind of tweens and teens. There's lots to do here for a lot of different ages. The Disney Springs location will also be the largest Level 99 to date with over 60 challenge rooms and duels. By the way, Level 99 will offer dining options from a chef-crafted menu, including Level 99's award-winning Detroit-style pizza. Now, we visited the Level 99 in Massachusetts earlier this year to get a sneak peek of what Disney Springs will potentially have on offer when its Level 99 opens up. So if you want to see our review of that, I'll go ahead and link it down in the description for you. While the Disney Springs menu may be tweaked a bit when it opens at Disney Springs, the Massachusetts location gives you the option to order an array of snacks and small bites, that Detroit-style pizza, handhelds, salads, and more. Disney's Lakeshore Lodge is going to be the newest Magic Kingdom area resort hotel, set to open sometime in 2027. So this resort's located at the former River Country Water Park near Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground. It's going to be inspired by the majesty of nature and its enduring influence on Disney artists, according to Disney, of course. Now, we don't know a whole lot about this hotel so far. We do know it's going to be another Disney Vacation Club resort. We also know that it was kind of in the works before COVID and then just sort of got lost, and now it's back again, and they have officially announced it is opening in 2027, so stay tuned. Now, here's a new Disney lounge that you can experience right now. GO82 is a Spaceship Earth-themed lounge that opened on June 4th, 2025. This space is exclusively for adult guests 21 and over to come and enjoy the featured drinks and zero-proof cocktails, the wine and beer selection, and a variety of bites during the day. Some of these bites include cannellini hummus, a chef's selection of artisanal cheeses, cured meats and accompaniments, fungi flatbread, jumbo lump crab gâteau, and truffled ahi tuna. Advanced dining reservations are required for this lounge, which you can make 60 days before your visit. Oh, and by the way, there's a brand new fireworks experience here, so get ready to book that too. It's very expensive. Dinoland USA over in Animal Kingdom is currently in the process of being transformed into Pueblo Esperanza. This will be a completely new land that'll be highlighting the tropical Americas and is slated to open later on in 2027. One of the new attractions that'll open in Pueblo Esperanza will feature an all-new Encanto-themed ride with the family Madrigal hanging out inside the enchanted casita. This ride, which looks to be a boat ride, judging by the early concept art, will begin just as Antonio has received his special gift, which means he can now talk to animals. You'll watch as his room transforms into a luscious rainforest, and from there, you'll be able to explore the rest of the casita. According to Disney, you never know what member of the family you might bump into. I bet good money on seeing Bruno, even though we're not supposed to talk about him. Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger spin over in Magic Kingdom is going to be closing in August and won't reopen until sometime in 2028. But when it does reopen, it's going to look a whole lot spiffier and way more updated. How? Well, first off, the ride vehicles on Space Ranger Spin are getting upgraded with a new design. This new design is inspired by the colors of Buzz Lightyear himself, and each vehicle will also have video monitors that provide real-time scoring updates and other exciting features. So all you future galactic heroes, get ready to score those points. The ride vehicles will also have new blasters. These are going to be handheld, meaning you'll be able to aim and shoot way easier than you can with the ones that kind of are stuck onto the ride vehicle now. The new blasters will also include an always-on laser and come with 2 different colors, one for each guest in the vehicle. If you've gone on this ride before, you'll remember the Z targets throughout the attraction. The static targets found in the attraction today will be upgraded with new technology that are going to allow them to react and light up when hit, so no more guessing if you've hit the target that you're aiming for. Oh, and by the way, the updates made to Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin will also introduce us to an all-new character. Yes, Disney's been very into these park-specific characters that they've been making, right? Buddy is a friendly robot who will make sure you're 100% prepared for your mission. During this new scene, you're going to be able to see some of the new interactive target features before starting off your mission with Buzz. Grand Floridian Resort has received a lot of TLC over these past few years. New restaurant updates, brand new rooms with the Mary Poppins overlay. And now, according to Disney, the lobby as a whole is going to feature beautiful new carpeting with Victorian-inspired borders and scroll work featuring hand-drawn florals that are inspired by turn-of-the-century botanical studies. According to Disney, it's going to be an airy, garden-like atmosphere. So we are ready for the Grand Floridian lobby makeover. And we've got another brand new character, well, kind of brand new character coming to Magic Kingdom. Remember how we talked about that Pirates Lounge that's coming? Well, Captain Mary Goldwyn won't be running the Beacon Barrel all by herself. Rummy, her first mate, will be the tavern's quartermaster, keeping an eye on the lounge from a roost above top. He's retiring from his adventures along the sea, but apparently still likes to share his tales while leading the bar in a few toasts. Now, take a closer look at the concept art for Rummy. According to Disney, he bears a striking resemblance to the original Barker bird that previously sat at the entrance to Pirates of the Caribbean, but flew the coop some time ago. Yes, it's hard to mistake that tattoo. Last June, Test Track closed for a lengthy reimagining to become a third iteration of the fan favorite Epcot attraction. I remember when it moved into its second iteration back in 2012. Disney said that this new version would take inspiration from the ride's predecessor, World of Motion, one of my very favorite rides of all time. While no opening date has been announced per the release of this video, the attraction is expected to open late this summer. We have been given a few sneak peeks of what to expect once this ride does reopen, including what the updated ride vehicles are going to look like. And we've been hearing testings going on for the ride recently too. You can hear those cars up on the track at Test Track. And guess what? Sounds like that Speedy section is still intact. Get ready for a brand new nighttime parade at Magic Kingdom. Disney's Starlight Dream the Night Away will be using the latest technology to tell new stories about fan favorite Disney characters. You got new and classic tales with Pinocchio, Encanto, Frozen, Peter Pan, Moana, Coco, Wish, and a bunch of others. And there's also going to be a float featuring several Disney princesses and their beaux, including Aurora and Philip, Tiana and Naveen, Cinderella and Prince Charming, and Belle and the Beast. And get this, Disney Starlight Dream the Night Away will be here in the blink of an eye because it's set to debut on July 20th, 2025. Stormalong Bay is the shared feature pool between Disney's Yacht and Beach Club resorts, and it just may be the coolest pool in all of Disney World. It's got a lazy river, it's got a 230-foot shipwreck-themed water slide, it's got a sandy beach, etc., etc. But Stormalong Bay has been closed for pretty much all of 2025 due to major refurbishments. Fortunately, those refurbs are coming to an end. Stormalong Bay has water in it again, and it's going to reopen for summertime guests very soon. According to the Disney World website, refurbs will continue until June 2025, which could mean the pool will reopen sometime in June or at the tail end of June. But either way, those who are staying here from July and beyond will hopefully be able to take a splash inside Stormalong once more. So don't be forgetting about this major ride change coming to Hollywood Studios next year. Disney's announced Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run will soon feature new missions starring the Mandalorian and Grogu. And yep, these ride changes will impact both the ride at Hollywood Studios and the version in Disneyland as well. Along with Mando and his little bud, there'll also be new Star Wars destinations added for you to explore, like Bespin, Tatooine, the ruins of the Death Star. Got a few members on the DFB team who are overly hyped about that location, which kind of concerns me. Coruscant, Beggar's Canyon, and more. And for the first time ever, you and your crew will get to be in control of the destination. On this new version of the ride, Hondo and Naka will have just found out about a deal on Tatooine between ex-Imperial officers and some pirates. Yep, seems like there's a real hefty bounty out there for their capture, so the mission is to borrow the Millennium Falcon and team up with the Mandalorian and Grogu to track them down. This new Mandalorian and Grogu storyline will coincide with the release of upcoming films in May 2026. An Indiana Jones ride is also coming to Pueblo Esperanza over in Animal Kingdom. While some of y'all may already be familiar with the Indiana Jones Adventure attraction in Disneyland or the Indiana Jones ride in Tokyo Disneyland, the Indy ride in Animal Kingdom is going to feature a brand new story. As described by Disney, the attraction is going to follow the man with the hat during the time after he discovers a perfectly preserved Maya temple. It's like that children's story when you give a mouse a cookie. When you give an Indy a Maya temple, he's going to go explore it, and you'll be brought along for the adventure too. Yep, it's true. Indiana Jones will be replacing the long-beloved dinosaur attraction, but that doesn't mean we're ever going to forget about Dr. Seeker and all his dino friends. I mean, we've even made shirts for the dfbstore.com website in dinosaurs' honor. That's how much we're going to miss it. Start your engines. The main thing that we know about the new Piston Peak area so far is that there'll be a brand new Cars ride where you'll be able to race on wild terrain along mountain trails as you dodge geysers and splash through mud holes. So if you've ever been on Radiator Springs Racers out in Disney California Adventure, this is going to be a completely different experience from that. Think more the terrain you see in planes versus the terrain you see in cars. But you're still going to be riding in those lovable cars with personalities all their own. So I just thought this was a really cool underrated aspect about the new Cars Land development, and maybe you'll agree with me too. To ensure the Cars attractions coming to this new area feel as realistic as possible, the Disney Imagineering team is making sure that each vehicle you could potentially board will have its own personality along with its own name and number. Imagineer Michael Hungen explained that the primary goal here is to create an emotional experience for guests, and that means creating a car that conveys a feeling when you ride in it. Oh, and did we mention there's going to be another Cars ride? Yeah, so we actually know two things about the new Cars area. Along with a wild and weaving Cars attraction that we just mentioned, there's also going to be a second Cars ride geared towards smaller racers that'll be fun for the whole family. But it's not just the new Cars rides we're looking forward to experiencing. We're also looking forward to meeting a brand new Cars character during the ride's pre-show. Ranger J. Audubon Woodlore is a nod to Ranger J. Audubon Woodlore. But see the spelling difference. Who is the park ranger from Disney's Humphrey the Bear and Donald Duck cartoons. This attraction will feature an animatronic of Ranger J. Audubon Woodlore before the ride begins, where he'll tell you about the history of Piston Peak and its folklore, which Disney says we'll learn more about at a later date. Now, inside the Beak and Barrel, the pirate lounge that's coming to Magic Kingdom, there are two key areas where you could possibly be seated during your visit. The main area is simply called the Mess, which was once a mess hall for Spanish soldiers. Now, new pirate recruiters are welcome to swap stories around the room's long tables in a space where a giant anchor filled with candles looms from above. When you first enter this space, you might notice the enchanted rum bottle, which Mary received as a gift from the enchantress Tia Dalma, who's a character from Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean film franchise. It now serves as the source of the tavern's specialty brews. An additional room inside Beak and Barrel, called the Captain's Quarters, will invite guests to enjoy a taste of the finer life inside a space which once served as the living quarters of the Spanish Comandante. The quarters are going to be bedecked with artwork and drapery, which also happens to be brandished with burn marks and sword slashes, because of course there have been some rambunctious pirates in here over the years. Above the fireplace, you're going to find 5 miniature ships and bottles representing pirates from different parts of the world who came together in attempts to defeat tyranny. But beware, these mysterious bottles have been known to come alive and engage in a fearsome battle. So can't wait to see that. So, among the classic Spanish-style architecture and impressive storyteller fountain, Pueblo Esperanza will also open up a large hacienda that will serve as one of the largest quick-service restaurants in not just Animal Kingdom, but in all of Disney World. I think this is going to go over where Restaurantosaurus is currently, but we will see. Now, we don't know what's going to be served here yet, but I'm crossing my fingers that my beloved ice cream cookie sandwiches from Dino Bite Snacks might live on. We'll see. A brand new Villains theme land is currently in the works for Magic Kingdom. And judging by the concept art, this place is going to bring a rather edgy, dark, and ominous section just beyond Big Thunder Mountain Railroad in Magic Kingdom, where all of Disney's most dastardly villains can hang out and, just be themselves. While I don't know a whole lot about this new land just yet, judging by the concept art, we're about to get some brand new castles added to Magic Kingdom on top of the castles we already have here. They're just going to be a lot more foreboding. From the art, we can see one villain's castle that's resting upon a cliff off in the distance. Now, this castle is depicted to be above the Maleficent dragon and a lot of thorn bushes, so this could very well be Maleficent's castle, which would make a lot of sense. But when it comes to the concept art, there's really no guarantee. And that's not the only castle we're seeing depicted in this art. If you take a look at the bottom right of the rendering, there appears to be another castle-like building that's a bit more hidden. Could this be another villain's lair, or perhaps it's going to be a castle we can dine in? Only time will tell. It's the glow-up we've been waiting for. After years of sitting dark post-2020, the Voyage of the Little Mermaid Theater in Hollywood Studios has finally come back to life with a full-on reimagining of the show, now called The Little Mermaid: A Musical Adventure. And this new version isn't just a light refresh. It's a completely updated production with high-tech digital puppets and revamped staging and a fresh focus on storytelling. Prince Eric steps up in this version with a much bigger role, and Kiss the Girl is getting the spotlight as the show's biggest musical number of the performance. Plus, for the first time ever, Ariel's sisters, the Daughters of Triton, are now part of the production, bringing a splash of fun and flair along with them. The show runs continuously from 9:15 a.m. to 7:15 p.m. daily, so you got plenty of chances to catch it, but as always, double-check show times via your My Disney Experience app on the day of your visit, just in case performances change. For fans of Disney Channel's Zombies movies, you'll be able to dance the night away with the music from the Zombies film franchise during your time at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party this year. So if any of y'all out there need to dust off your Zombies dance moves before then, here's the heads up you didn't know you needed. Back to Villains Land in Magic Kingdom. Again, Disney hasn't shared a whole lot of details on what attractions will be coming to the new Villains Land area, but what we do know is that there'll be 2 featured rides here when all is said and done. So let's take a quick look at that concept art again real fast. The concept art reveals some roller coaster-like elements around the land. You can see a section with coaster track that's decorated with thorns and sharp curves and maybe an inversion. Too soon to tell, but these tracks make us think that this coaster could be on a larger scale, perhaps on par with Disney's other major coasters like Expedition Everest in Animal Kingdom or Rock and Roller Coaster in Hollywood Studios. Right now, the concept art is the only detail we've got to go off of, so this is speculation. From the concept art, we can also see some sort of a cavern complete with waterfalls that also looks like there's an attraction running through it. Maybe it's the same coaster pictured above, or is this going to be a second attraction that Disney teased? If it's the same coaster, then this could really be a different ride than Disney's ever done before, since there's a possibility, judging from the art, that this coaster could go over to a patch of water. Again, all speculation. As sad as it is to see Muppets Courtyard go in Hollywood Studios, I'm so excited for the future of Monstropolis, which is slated to take over this section of the park in the future. One of the most epic things we know about this new area so far is that it'll feature Disney's very first suspended coaster, which is going to put you right in the middle of the monster action, in what appears to be your own swinging door, racing through the Monsters Incorporated building. Very cool. I cannot wait. I love Sully. As if a whole Tropical America's retheme wasn't enough, Animal Kingdom's also getting ready to open a whole new show inside the Tree of Life. Zootopia Better Together is replacing the former It's Tough to Be a Bug 4D attraction with a production that Disney shares will take guests on an adventure through different biomes as seen in the Zootopia film. Initially, Zootopia Better Together was slated to make its debut in winter 2025. However, since It's Tough to Be a Bug didn't officially close till mid-March, that opening date might change. We'll see. Disney hasn't said anything. They're still sticking to that winter 2025, so we're going to keep you updated. So this is us absolutely pleading with Disney to bring this to Hollywood Studios. While exploring the concept art for the new Monsters, Inc. land, we noticed a rather iconic eyeball sculpture. This is the same sculpture that appears in front of the fancy Harryhausen's Japanese restaurant that Mike Wazowski takes Celia May to on a date for her birthday in the first film. In the movie, you can see monsters chowing down on eyeballs and sushi, and while the eyeballs aren't really in my flavor wheelhouse, sushi is, and I'd love to see a great sushi place pop up in Hollywood Studios. While Disney hasn't officially confirmed that this restaurant will be coming to the new Monsters, Inc. land, the fact that it's in both of the concept art drawings that we've seen so far is pretty promising. Can you imagine how exciting it would be to add Harryhausen's to the next iteration of the DFB Guide to Walt Disney World Dining, which you can currently find right now on dfbstore.com. This guide is already really cool and packed with vital Disney dining information and recommendations, but we would still welcome Harryhausen's as well as every single Disney World restaurant on property into the mix with open arms. Anyway, guess I gotta start wishing on a star to make it happen, but y'all better be wishing along with me. In addition to being open exclusively for adult guests throughout the day, Geo82 will also offer the Geo82 fireworks experience. Just like the daytime and evening lounge, this experience is exclusive to guests 21 and older. The Geo82 fireworks will offer guests a private table next to the window in Geo82, which presents a wonderful vantage point of Epcot's nighttime spectacular, Luminous, the Symphony of Us. The experience also includes a sommelier selected champagne or event exclusive cocktails if preferred, as well as a tasting tower of savory bites prior to the fireworks and an assortment of sweets during the fireworks. This enchanting extra experience will cost $179 per person plus tax and gratuity. 2 dark castles, 2 dark attractions, and now dark shopping and dining and possibly meet and greets too. Magic Kingdom's Villains Land to Be is one we're all too eager to see come to life because the antagonists and all of us will finally be able to take on new dining and shopping on an incredibly twisted grand scale. Those are Disney's words, and that is real weird, like for them to use the word twisted. Anyway, we'll see. Now, which dastardly villains are we going to be able to encounter here? In November 2024, at the D23 Brazil event, Disney presented a glimpse at the villains that serve as the inspiration for Villains Land, including devious characters like the Queen of Hearts and Jafar, the Evil Queen, Yzma, Cruella, Captain Hook, Maleficent, Gaston, Mother Gothel, Ursula, Hades, Chernabog, and Maleficent. When talking about this land, Chairman of Disney Experiences Josh D'Amaro put it this way: in this story, a mysterious spell has been cast, summoning villains from every realm. Here, heroes don't come to save the day, and there may not be a happily ever after. Sounds ominous, but very excited to see what the restaurants are going to be. One of the most striking elements of the concept art that Disney released for the new Grand Floridian lobby is the massive lobby bar, which Disney describes as paying tribute to the resort's Victorian roots with woodwork and stained glass and brass accents. Now, sadly, the bar's existence is coming at a cost since it's replacing the belted bird cage, which has occupied prime space in the resort's lobby for decades. It even once held real live birds, but that was ages ago. However, when you take a closer look at the new bar's design, you'll notice several tributes to the classic bird cage that'll be included in the new lobby bar, including the cage's overall shape and design, as well as colorful birds and the stained glass and murals throughout the atrium. All right, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, we very much miss seeing you in Magic Kingdom's Frontierland. I can't believe we're still not going to be able to ride this coaster again until later in 2026. But when it does reopen, I think we're really going to be pleasantly surprised by the Extreme Makeover Ride Edition. First of all, Imagineers have been hard at work removing the track, which means that this track is getting replaced with something that'll hopefully feel a whole lot smoother and less like you're going to pass a kidney stone at any moment, which, by the way, is a proven benefit of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Disney's also said that the attraction will reopen with a little bit of new magic, and as vague as that sounds right now, we're crossing our fingers for new effects and lighting and enhancements similar to the Big Thunder version you can find in Disneyland. We did, however, recently learn that Big Thunder Mountain Railroad will be subtly updated to fit the new Piston Peak area, so you'll see rainbow geyser pools scattered around the base of the mountain and possibly even some tire tread tracks in the dirt. And since we're back on the Piston Peak news, let me hit you with everything else we know about this place so far. Along with serving up additional food and beverage options, the buildings in general around Piston Peak will have carified elements like lower windows so that cars can see out of them, and entrances and building additions that are big enough for cars, and architecture that shows the cars are using found materials like old wagon wheels in their building. Oh, and did I mention that this area will have a ton of water elements and shade? Thank goodness. Both are things that have been sorely missing in some of the other lands that have opened recently. And just as an extra little teaser for what this land is going to look like, Imagineers have said they've lost count of the number of waterfalls being added to this new area. So there's going to be lots of good, cool elements going on in here, which will be perfect for a Florida summer. Now, hold on a minute. There's a third ride coming to Pueblo Esperanza. Additionally, this location is going to feature a giant carousel sculpted by a local wood carver. Now, that doesn't mean like an Orlando wood carver. That means someone who lives in the particular land that they're trying to create, right? Pueblo Esperanza. At D23 in 2024, we got a closer look at one of the animals that's going to be featured in this new attraction, which is Kevin from Up. Although Kevin is the only Disney animal 100% confirmed to be on the ride, the concept art shows other familiar animal friends like Hey Hey from Moana, Timon and Pumbaa from The Lion King, Scuttle from Little Mermaid, Abu from Aladdin, and Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. Happy birthday, California Grills! This beloved Disney restaurant is celebrating its 30th anniversary at Disney's Contemporary Resort this year. And as part of the Big 3-0 celebration, this signature restaurant is bringing back some classic favorites to the menu, and it's about time. First up, the Sonoma goat cheese ravioli is finally, I don't know why they ever took it off the menu. Why did that go away? Can anybody raise a hand and let me know? Because that thing is amazing and I don't understand why they would ever take it off the menu. Maybe it's so they could bring it back to the menu. Anyway, grilled pork tenderloin. Everybody who's like early 2000s California Grill knows and has had the grilled pork tenderloin with that amazing polenta. The blueberry goat cheese cheesecake is coming back, and the Monterey, which is a cocktail made with rum, pineapple juice, licorice liqueur, and house-made sour mix. Now, there are going to be lots of other new and returning items too, so stay tuned. This refreshed birthday menu will be available from now until May 2026, so if you want to make sure to order one of these specialty items before they're gone again, although warning about the Sonoma goat cheese ravioli California Grill, we are going to have some problems. Look for the selections marked with a 30 on the menu. And although we are just now saying goodbye to the Muppets in Hollywood Studios, we're about to welcome them back as well. Disney announced that the Muppets will be packing their bags and moving over to Sunset Boulevard to take over Rock and Roller Coaster. Yep, they're now going to be the stars of the show, teaming up with some of music's biggest stars for a rock and music festival. So this is kind of like Rock and Roller Coaster's version of the Country Bear musical jamboree, I guess. This is going to be the first Disney ride to feature the Muppets, so we're expecting lots of laughter and screams and lots of new tunes. Additionally, Disney's also teased that there's going to be plenty of Muppets-themed merchandise on Sunset Boulevard to go along with the reimagined ride, and I am going to be the first in line. D23 is Disney's official fan club, and if you're part of that fan club, then you can purchase tickets for their upcoming event, Destination D23, A Journey Around the Worlds of Disney, which is going to be taking place for the first time ever at Coronado Springs Resort from August 29th to 31st, 2025. During this time, Disney executives and celebrities and fans from around the globe will join together in the ultimate celebration of all things Disney via special events, exclusive merchandise, unique exhibits, and fascinating presentations. Now, I anticipate we're going to get a lot of really big news at this particular event. So if you are not subscribed to this channel, if you are not following us on Instagram and TikTok, please do, because we are going to be the harbingers of tons of big news coming up this August. Now, along with the main Destination D23 event, Disney's going to be adding evening events to the roster. First up is the D23 Cuscotopia Night at Typhoon Lagoon, which will happen on Saturday, August 30th. This after-hours exclusive celebration of the cult classic will include special tributes to Disney's water parks, complimentary snacks, photo opportunities, special activities, and exclusive entertainment. Then, Disney 80s and 90s celebration in concert will cap off the weekend. Disney promises that this celebration will be the ultimate throwback experience, showcasing the very best hits of these fan favorite decades. Stay tuned, because there are a few other D23 events that Disney has promised we'll get more details about later. So this might not come as a surprise to you, but the Disney villains aren't exactly the most patient folks out there, and they don't want to wait until Villains Land in Magic Kingdom is open before taking over the spotlight. Which is why, over on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood Studios, the villains are getting their time to shine right now in the new Disney Villains Unfairly Ever After show, which kicked off on May 27th, 2025. The concept of this one is super fun. Maleficent, Captain Hook, Cruella de Vil, they all take center stage to argue their case to the audience. Literally, each villain explains why they were misunderstood and mistreated in their personal stories, and the audience gets to decide who got the worst deal. It's part courtroom drama, part dark comedy, and fully villainous fun. Here's the deal. The show runs 15 times a day, starting at 10 a.m. and wrapping up with a final show at 7 p.m. With so many show times, you'll have a lot of flexibility here, but don't expect to stroll into this show last minute. Villain fans are intense. You know who you are. And this one already draws in the major crowds, so show up maybe 30 plus minutes before showtime to guarantee a seat. Staying in a DVC level room is real nice, but staying in one that's been recently renovated, refurbished, and given a whole lot of TLC is even better. Bay Lake Tower at Disney's Contemporary Resort is undergoing a lengthy refurb right now, which started back in September 2024 and is expected to last until September 2025. Meanwhile, if you're planning a stay at the Copper Creek Villas and Cabins at Wilderness Lodge, those will also be undergoing refurbishments. They started in mid-May 2025 and are lasting until this September. And over at Polynesian Village Resort, which always seems to have some sort of update going on, some of the areas of the resort, as well as the Polynesian villas and bungalows, are going to be refurbished through 2026. If you're staying at any of these resorts while construction is still taking place, keep in mind that you may see and hear some daytime construction, but all resort amenities should still be available. It's not just the Disney Vacation Club resorts getting the upgrades. Port Orleans Riverside is joining in on the upgrading fun too. Riverside is refurbishing their guest rooms in the Magnolia Bend area of the resort from early April 2025 to January 2026. Again, while the refurbishment is happening, you might hear and see construction work during daytime hours, but you should still be able to book rooms here and experience the amenities per usual. The great thing about each Epcot festival is that it's never the exact same experience twice. There's always something new and fresh to see and do, and that's a big part of their overall charm and why we keep going back over and over and over again. At the time of this video's release, we're currently waiting to hear more details about the upcoming Food and Wine Festival, which will be returning to Epcot on August 28th, running until November 22nd. But what we expect to find out is information about brand new food booths, new bands showing up for the Eat to the Beat concert series, new merchandise designs, and new events taking over Communicore Hall. And FYI, Disney, can I just please beg for the return of those food and wine culinary demonstrations that we used to have before the 2020 closures? And I promise I won't beg for anything else after that. One of the most popular things to do at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is meet Jack and Sally from A Nightmare Before Christmas. Seriously, the line to meet this Halloween duo is usually the longest line of the evening, so just brace yourself for that. In previous years, Jack has looked, well, a little angular in the jaw region. Why the long face, Jack? But this year, it seems Jack is going to look a lot more like his movie counterpart. He is getting a glow up and he looks great. Here's a side-by-side so you can see the difference. Is there really room for another show in Hollywood studios? Hey, this is Hollywood we're talking about here. It is showbiz. The more shows, the merrier. Disney has revealed that along with the new Monsters, Inc. coaster confirmed for this new land, Monstropolis will also have a new theater show that we can look forward to. Beyond that tidbit of info, we don't really know anything else about the show at the moment, but we sure are excited to learn more about it. Hopefully soon. Okay, I get it. Most of you probably aren't in the Christmas spirit yet, unless that is you're watching this video from the future and it's getting closer to the holiday season. But no matter when you're watching this, there's a good chance that towards the end of the year, 2 Disney World parks will not only bring back their Christmas after-hours parties on select nights throughout the season, but also bring new festive entertainment to go along with them. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is a classic holiday tradition for Magic Kingdom, bringing with it lots of exclusive entertainment and ride overlays and meet and greet opportunities, free cocoa and cookies, and plenty of Snope on Main Street, USA. Last year, one of the new offerings introduced to this party, along with several brand new Christmassy snack items, there's always brand new snack items, was Santa's Christmas Carnival. This is a themed area that included photo ops and crafts where you could write a letter to Santa and special holiday treats for purchase as well. Meanwhile, over in Hollywood Studios, there's a high chance we might experience the 3rd annual Jollywood Nights this year, where you're going to be able to check out unique music and entertainment inspired by different genres with lots of festival cheer to go around. Last year, Jollywood Nights brought out a lot of new entertainment to its party scene, including Glisten, a skating spectacular over on Hollywood Boulevard, rare character meet and greets, and complimentary champagne-flavored marshmallow treats. So who knows what fun new stuff these events are going to bring this year. But I can at least 99.999% guarantee many of the new things are going to be snack and merch related. So bring it on. Keep checking back here with us so we can let you know about those 2025 dates as soon as they're released. Y'all like the free water park perk, right? Great, because Disney is about to give you even more chances to use it. Currently, on your resort check-in day, all guests who are staying at a Disney-owned hotel are going to be able to visit one of the Disney World water parks for free. And that's a perk that's going to last for the remainder of 2025. But Disney recently announced that in the summer of 2026, the free water park perk will return. And we're not sure exactly what the dates will be for the free water park perk in 2026. We just know that it's coming back in the summer. And again, we also don't know if it's going to be both Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach that are going to be open during that time, so you get to choose, or if it's just going to be one or the other. But hey, we're glad to know that Disney's going to be bringing this perk back for those who aren't going to be able to take advantage of it in 2025. But again, note the language here, just in the summer. 2025, everybody gets it all year. In 2026, it's only if you're visiting in the summer. Disney's taking us all down memory lane by bringing some of our favorite Disney Channel characters, Phineas and Ferb, back to Epcot this summer. Phineas and Ferb started meeting and greeting guests in Epcot on June 1st, and while we have seen Phineas and Ferb meet in Disney's Hollywood Studios during Jollywood Nights for the past 2 years, as well as at other exclusive after-hours events, we are super excited to see him pop up during regular park hours too. According to the Disney World website, this meet and greet is temporary and the characters will only be available through June 28th, so keep that in mind if you're headed to Epcot to say hi. Going to a renovated food court at a value resort might not sound super exciting at first, but wait until you see Everything Pop now. Everything Pop shopping and dining at Disney's Pop Century Resort officially reopened after a long refurb sesh in April 2025. Not only is this place a whole lot brighter and groovier now, but a brand new window has been added to the already abundant food court offerings. At this window, you can order coffee and cocktails, ice cream treats, and more, including a massive ice cream sundae that comes in a Mickey-driven ice cream truck container. Even the neighboring Swan and Dolphin hotels are getting in on this new action. Recently, it was announced that Swan and Dolphin will be closing its rather iconic Shula's Steakhouse and overhauling it to become the new Bourbon Steak restaurant by Chef Michael Mina. Bourbon Steak will feature a reimagined modern take on the quintessential American steakhouse with premium cuts of beef and seafood infused with global flavors, along with decadent signature desserts and world-class beverage offerings. The anticipated debut of Bourbon Steak by Michael Mina is a mid-summer time frame this year. And we're back at Pop Century because this value resort is getting a whole lot of love lately, thank goodness. Over at Pop, guest rooms are undergoing refurbishment, which started up in late March 2025 and is lasting until mid-February 2026, or potentially longer because there's a whole lot of rooms to work on. Much like the other resort refurbs, you're still going to be able to book rooms here during this season, and all the resort amenities will be available. But you might still see and hear the construction during daytime hours. When that construction's all wrapped up by 2026, new Pop Century rooms, here we come. All right, I've got a mission for all of you. Scratch that. I've got 3 missions, but I promise they're super easy and actually really fun. 1, let me know in the comments which new Disney World thing you're looking forward to the most. 2, be sure to check out some of our other recent Disney World videos up on the DFB channel, like maybe our Disney World bucket list. That's a good time. And 3, don't forget to download our free Year in Disney World PDF over at disneyfoodblog.com/WDW calendar. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.